I went to college and I did an HNC in electronics, which then took me down the route of studying electrical engineering at university.
I was always very interested in maths and physics at school, and then I went and did quite a vocational degree where I did work placement for about 2 years before graduating.
I was interested in maths and science and problem solving, and my father encouraged me to try engineering.
The simple fact that I liked maths, I liked exact science.
Towards the end of high school, I had the opportunity to take part in something called Space School, where we met lots of different engineers, and they all had massively different roles. Almost all of them had studied mechanical engineering at university.
I was very fortunate to be brought up in an environment amongst headstrong women, unconventional women, women who work in, say, male-dominated industries, not particularly always engineering.
I think an apprenticeship is just a good way to get started in a career.
I got to my current role by completing a modern apprenticeship in mechanical engineering. I originally started at another company and was made redundant, and started Forthport through an adopt an apprentice scheme, and then completed my apprenticeship, and I'm now fully qualified as a mechanical fitter and have been for a few years.
I joined as a graduate quite a long time ago, and I started in Leith in a department that was called the Development Department at the time, and it was closely linked to the property team. So my role covered supporting roles like surveying, going out and doing inspections and different things for the property team for the business, and also working as part of the sort of civil engineering team. So we supported the property side of the business, and we also supported sort of bigger infrastructure projects for all the different ports in Scotland. So that role sort of developed into, we're now the infrastructure team. There's myself and another colleague, and I've worked alongside 2 or 3 different engineers in the business since I've been here, and now I suppose I work on significant sort of infrastructure sized projects. So the role has developed over the years, and we still support a lot of different parts of the business.
I completed my 4-year apprenticeship, in which I went to college to do my qualification, which is a HNC in electrical engineering, and now I've been qualified for 3 years now.
I got to my current role by studying chemical engineering at Queen's University in Ontario, Canada, but I ended up not really enjoying the pharmaceutical industry or working like at a lab bench in a more science-related field, and I ended up in my final year of university doing a environmental-related project.
And whilst I was at university, I did a number of placements, including a placement year. I took a year out of my studies between 3rd and 4th year and worked for BAE Systems. When I graduated university, I was very fortunate. I got a graduate role with McLaren Formula 1 team, and I spent 10 years with that team. I started towards the end of my time with them focusing primarily on data analysis, and the opportunity came up at Leonardo for a data analyst job. I've been here about 18 months now.
So I actually began in Scottish Power as a year in industry student. I was a graduate at the time, and I worked in the social projects and sector education team, which lies within our corporate function. I got to develop a lot of really important but predominantly soft skills through that role, which led me there into applying for the graduate role with SP Energy Networks.
I studied back home in Romania, and I started as a graduate engineer because I was very keen on working in the industry and understanding things beyond what university could teach me. That path has taken me throughout the years in different environments, really good companies to work for.
I was heavily drawn to STEM subjects and knew that's where I wanted to end up. I then went on to complete a mechanical degree and graduated last year. I applied for the graduate scheme at SP Energy Networks and was successful. We do a 2-year graduate programme, so we rotate around placements between different disciplines within the business.
The best part about engineering is the hands-on approach that you have to everything that you do in your job.
My favourite part about being an engineer is working as part of a team and getting to work with different people constantly.
Some of the best bits about my role is getting to work outside.
I enjoy working on a variety of different projects. So in my role, we are a consultancy, so we get to work with a lot of different types of companies. We work with food and drink sector, with public sector, so working with different types of clients is really interesting to me.
I would say the best thing I like about my current job is when I'm faced with a problem that I don't know how to solve, and I can work with my colleagues in various departments and specialties to come up with a solution to that problem. It really helps deliver on the business needs.
There are no 2 days the same, which I really like. It's a very, very varied role. There's constantly new challenges that could come in one day and there's something I've not seen before, which used to actually scare me. But I think it's such a great company and you've got such great support, whether it's the team that you work in, your manager, or the people around you.
I get to learn and improve and build new skills.
No day is the same, and I know that you'll probably get this answer quite a lot, but it genuinely is very different day to day. I'm quite a curious person, so I'm quite drawn to a bit of abnormality. I couldn't be confined to having one task that I would complete for the rest of my entire life, and I'm quite lucky in the sense that the job that I do just now is very different day in and day out.
I lived with 5 women engineers, and I think us being able to go through our studies together and encourage each other, and we were going through the grind of university and all of the classes and studying that we need to do. So I feel like having other women to lean on was like a real point of encouragement and support for me.
It was actually my maths teacher in high school, and she was someone that was extremely extroverted. She loved talking about being a woman that is a maths teacher that was previously an engineer.
In my first job where I joined as an engineer, as a graduate engineer, there was a brilliant technical director. The important thing that I learned from her is that you have to own up to your mistakes, find the best way to improve it, bring in all the people that you need to in order to address that in an efficient manner, get it solved, and then be kind to yourself, learn from it, and move on.
I would definitely say the biggest role model in my life is my mother. And I know that that's such a box standard answer to give, but ever since I was a young girl, she has always been very unconventional and always kind of taught me that nothing is not within my grasp. If I wanted something truly enough, I can have it.
Just, take every opportunity, make the most of every opportunity that's given to you.
You don't know what you're going to do, and you don't know all of the options available to you at this point in time.
There are going to be times in your career that you're going to think, I can't do this. There's going to be challenges you're faced with, jobs that you think, I don't even know where to start. And the most important thing is to kind of be uncomfortable, be comfortable with being uncomfortable, accepting that you might not know everything and that you've got the opportunity to learn how to solve that.
I wouldn't do anything differently.
To be more confident in my decision to be an engineer, in building the trust that I do love this job and I can do this job in a really good way.
Don't ever be afraid to ask a question.
I think I would say to her, there is actually a light at the end of the tunnel. I think I actually struggled a wee bit at the end of university, thinking that I was going to be confined to a academic or a studious kind of environment for the rest of my life, but the role that I'm in just now cannot be any different from that.
Companies could encourage more women into engineering careers by networking at schools and colleges, and taking women that currently work in the workplace and in the engineering sector out and speaking to people that are maybe have a slight interest or have questions, because I found a lot of the time when I was at school, it was mostly advertised towards boys, and there wasn't ever really any women that ever came in and were like, this is what I do for a job and you can do it too.
To promote the apprenticeships, probably in school early on, so they make the right subject choices, because that would write off a lot of things they could do if they'd picked the wrong things so young before knowing what they wanted to do.
Yeah, continuing to just make the knowledge available and to kind of share what the possibilities that are available.
Target them as young as possible. Not every child is going to have exposure to an engineer or what an engineer does.
Perhaps engage more with programs like STEM ambassadors, for example, where you approach and you give visibility to all the women in engineering, because sometimes it might look from the outside, perhaps for a younger girl, that, am I going to be the only girl in the room?
Approaching institutions such as university schools, actually having the women coming and engaging with the younger girls there would be incredibly beneficial. I know that a lot of companies do that already, but just making sure that that's something that's consistent.
Explore your options, maybe try different courses to see what you'd prefer and see if you'd enjoy it.
It's a different career to what probably most of people would follow leaving school, especially being a woman, but it's a very rewarding one as well.
Don't shy away from engineering because you're nervous about the university, I think, or what your career options are. You'll learn about your career options once you are into your career and go from there.
One of the best things about having a job that you enjoy is having that satisfaction, and there's so many opportunities for it within an engineering career, and I would just highly recommend women think about the opportunities that offers them and consider it as a career.
Go for it. If it's something that you have a little niggle in you to say, oh, maybe it could be something that I would like, but I'm not sure that I would fit into the environment, you'll fit into the environment. It's what you make of it.
Wouldn't necessarily call it an advice to young women, but perhaps an encouragement. Perhaps look within yourself to see what is it that you're passionate about.
Sometimes you almost need to fake that confidence until it becomes a reality. I know how intimidating it can be being one of the only women in a room, but you deserve to be there as much as the next man or next person.